Hi, Bio 107 students. Welcome to our class and congratulations on getting through the first day. I saw many of you uh, through email asking questions, and I really appreciate that. As you know, this course is fairly new to being online, especially the lab. The lab is brand new, and so getting questions is great, and it helps me to figure out the issues. So thank you for your patience with the course. I really appreciate that. And I just wanted to walk you through some of the things that I saw were common questions today. One was about the microscopes, and you can still pick those up between 10 and 12 at the library at HCC. You go to the H parking lot and go to the library delivery entrance, and they'll have your microscopes there. The librarians are aware of everybody who's coming, and please get those soon. And make sure to check them out. Let me know what you think too, if you like it or if there's any issues, let me know. They should all be in working order, and I'm really excited that you get to have them and get to have them for free. I think that's really cool. There were also questions about McGraw-Hill in the Connect site. And you should get an access code with your book that you buy through the HCC bookstore. They email the access code to you and send it in the mail. So check your email if you ordered the book and you don't have it yet. They they sent you the access code, and if not, send the not the library, the bookstore an email. I could help facilitate that too if you have problems. And make sure to sign into that McGraw-Hill account and get that set up today or tomorrow. Earlier in the week is good. There are some assignments due on Saturday in the McGraw-Hill site, so please look at those. There are virtual labs on that site, and that's what we're really using it for. So it goes along with the labs, and they're nice, especially when we don't have hands-on stuff to do. But you're also going to see some uh, course activities. I'm switching over here to the lab course. Here's our 0.71. And when you toggle down to a lab, I've got intro videos for almost each lab. Sometimes they're in the lab activities. I give an overview of what we're going to be doing, and then some activities. So this says watch the lab 1 intro video or attend your class remote meeting. And that's for when we have remote classes for other instructors. This summer is all online. Log into the McGraw-Hill site, complete the tutorial, and complete the measurement lab activities. We're going to use a shared Google Doc to compile measurements, and there's some information on that. So you've got the virtual labs, you've got a data analysis on your lab measurement activities, and there's also a quiz. So to see most of the activities, you're going to see a page here, Measurement Lab Activities. And this is kind of reflective of what we would have for an in-person lab where there's background material, objectives, and then more information. It takes you through how to change between units for the metric system, some practice problems. This is the data collection where we're looking at foot length and weight or height. You're going to need a ruler for this part of the lab. And we collect data. There's some class data information here. We're looking for correlations. And the assignment, please see the measurements assignment link on the main page. Okay, there's some practice problems here at the end, but your assignment is right here, measurement assignment, data analysis. And this lab is due on July 11th. So all the Unit 1 activities and assignments are due by midnight on Saturday. You can do them at your leisure, but the way that I arrange this course is that we have basically one lab every day. So if we were in person for the summer, today we would do this lab, tomorrow this one, and on Wednesday we do lab 3. And the activities take I think about as long as a regular lab session. With the virtual labs, which run about 15 minutes each, our hands-on lab activities run about an hour and a half, possibly. Again, that's my estimate from practicing. And if one of them runs fairly long or one's super short, let me know. But this is for lab 2. Theoretically, or in another alternate universe, this would be done tomorrow. And this one's on the scientific method. We're going to watch an intro video right here. This one's the Mythbusters video, which I like those guys, and it's a nice little blurb that they have. There's also Khan Academy video to give us a little bit more information. There's the virtual lab, and I put a link right to it here. And then begin the bean experiment. So here, there's bean experiment, Moodle quiz, bean experiment and scientific method information are listed right here as a page. Then here's the assignment. There's a quiz, but the bean experiment is going to be a fairly longer term activity, and will take a little while for you to grow your beans. So you don't have to turn in your data collection mini lab report until August 1st. So you have plenty of time to do it and redo it if you need to. Then we've got some optional things here. There was a good question about optional activities. Will they be graded? No. Optional activities are totally optional, but highly encouraged to give you extra practice with what we're doing in class. I'm gonna close this toggle and then give you a heads up for the third lab. And so this one is on the microscope. And here we've got a virtual lab on microscopy. I should also mention there's a virtual lab that goes along with lab 1, and I need to put that link up in lab 1. But you will see it when you go to McGraw-Hill. There's an optional interactive video. Here's a link to the microscopy assignment, and microscopy activities and information is here, just like with the other labs. We've got parts of a microscope, pictures of microscopes, labeled microscope. Here's the one you have, and then some examples of cell sketches, because you're going to be using your microscope and showing me what you see. So for this microscopy assignment, you're going to be inserting a photo or a sketch of prepared slides that came with the microscope. And so there's some instructions on here for how to take a photo with your camera phone or your phone camera, or you can do a sketch by hand and then upload it. So it's up to you what you want to do. I really enjoy taking pictures with my phone camera because I can get a great image. And if you can do that and you want to do it, by all means, go for it. If you want to do hand-drawn pictures, that's okay too. So that's for a lab. It got a quiz there as well. Got some videos right here and some extra a PowerPoint to look at if you'd like, and microscopy images. There will be an exam in lab at the end of next week. We do 5 labs and then have an exam. So I want to give you a heads up about that. The exam will be on labs 1 through 5, and it will cover the material that we cover. For the lecture, we've got a lot of material here. There's a lot to do in both these classes. This is what you're looking at. We've got the syllabus, study guide, and objectives. This materials list for the lab is also in the lab Moodle page too. We've got our helpful resources. And then we start in with our introduction to biology, and many of you talked about having read chapter 1 already, and that's great. So here we have what we're doing, textbook chapter 1. And you'll see some of the properties of life that are discussed in the chapter are a little bit different than what's in the lecture notes. And there's a variation depending on which textbook you read and which scientist you talk to. And I am very flexible with what I accept in terms of what those properties of life are and how you describe them. So keep that in mind. especially here in chapter 1, I'm not looking to be too nitpicky about this very general information. We might be a little bit more specific when we get later on and we talk about things like genetics. I've got a little lecture video or video lecture, and then there's a PowerPoint. This is some slides and images I like to show for my in-person classes, and you can view those. I see somebody posted in the introduction forum. It might be me. No, this one is unread. So make sure to fill this out so you can get to know your fellow students. It's really nice, and this summer goes by so fast. Chapter 1 question set, due on Saturday. It's posted as a quiz. This is what Moodle has, a quiz function here, and that might be what you see when you click on it. But it's just an open question set. And then there's an ungraded assignment right here. So then I've got some optional things down below. And if you see values for these in the grade book, in your grade book, for all the optional things, those grades, if you see those numbers, they just go to an uncategorized section in my grade book, and they don't get factored into your grade. So sometimes Moodle, being an imperfect little platform here, will make me assign a number to those, but I don't count them. All right. So then after that introduction part, we get into, this is also unit 1 here, basic biochemistry and importance of water. And this is chapter 2 in your textbook. I'm going to skip down to the importance of water part because what you will see here are PowerPoints, we've got videos, optional practice assignment, and what you will see on Thursday is the exam. So you will have Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to complete exam 1. It's closed book, closed note, closed internet browser exam. And you'll have those 3 days to take that exam. So it will show up here. I'll remind you later on in the week, probably on Wednesday, that it's coming up. And then I'll point you to it. So all of this is practice for that. There's a lot to do. Everything for the lecture is here on the Moodle page, and you don't have to use Connect for the lecture. But here is the basic biochemistry section, just in case you're curious. All right. Please email me with tons of questions. I do not mind at all. If you have questions, let me know. I don't have any scheduled Moodle or Zoom meetings because everybody has different schedules. I know some people have just one day where they can work on class stuff, and a lot of people work all day long. Some people have kids at home like I do. So I don't have those required schedule meetings. But if you would like to meet on Zoom or have a hangout or anything like that, let me know and I'll schedule it. It'll be fine. But I don't require that for the big class. All right. Good luck with everything, and let me know if you need any extra help. I'm here to help you. Take care.